No, I was trying to solve a technical issue that popped up. But good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hopefully, you had a fantastic night's rest. Mine was pretty short, but it was my own fault. So, it is what it is. But I was trying to solve a technical issue because Baron sent a message on Twitch. It's picked up on Twitch, right? So, I see Baron's message. It has obviously been picked up, and it has been put into the stream. But I don't see Baron's message in the Twitch chat at all, which is wild. I like factory builder games to an extent, Sir Reginald. Yeah, I see that one. I don't know why I didn't see I can't see the first one. You know what I wonder? I wonder if it's this stupid Twitch message in the way. Hold on. It was. Oh my god. So Twitch had that message about, like, rewards being enabled or some nonsense, right? And that's what was blocking your message. Ugh. I should have figured. Twitch is just doing something stupid. As per usual. Yeah, so I guess I'll do my good mornings now. Good morning, Sir Reginald. Good morning, Baron. Good morning, Some Nobody. Good morning, Daniel K. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. Yeah, I like factory builder games. It's just the unfortunateness of it is that most of the time I have OCD stuff that I complain about, which is probably why I like Factorio so much more. Because it's obvious if it's going in a straight line or not. It's just ugh. It all depends. There really shouldn't be one that you really like. I guess the thing I like about really good factory games are stuff like in Factorio, where you have that magical mechanicus moment, right? You're dozens of hours deep, and you look back to an older part of the factory, and you don't remember how it works. You just know that it is working, and you're terrified to actually change anything because you feel like you're going to break something. And that's one of my favorite moments, the magical mechanicus moment of just like, you stumble upon an old part of the factory, one of the original parts, and you're just looking at it like, how in the fuck? How did any of this work? And then you get nervous because you're like, you want to clean it up, but at the same time, it's like, but if I mess with anything, I'll break everything. I do prefer Factorio more as well, but I think Satisfactory program, but I assume you meant like Satisfactory program the most? I just realized you could really tell. Huh. I'll see if I can fix that at some point. Yeah, fair enough. Before we start, can you look at Steam post called Unknown 9 Bigotry and Racism of 1 on? No, I won't, Baron. Like I said, you gotta stop doing this. You just need to let them die. Let them die. Let them feel apathy in your heart. Who fucking cares? Unknown 9 came out. It was dog shit. And everybody forgot about it. It got exactly what it deserves. It was a total embarrassment. It embarrassed the entire company. And further destroyed the reputation. That's all that matters. Anyways, let's actually get into this. I'm just testing the model, and I do realize I have to move the camera up. Baron, but I don't want to talk about it. Again, it's fucking annoying. I don't give a shit. I really don't. But it's just a constant thing with you. Halloween suggestion, Silent Hill or Parasite Eve? Which one do I prefer? I think Silent Hill is the better series and better thought out games. I think Parasite Eve is the scarier of the two, if that makes sense. Right? Let me turn down the volume a bit. Okay. Yeah, unsaved changes that were reverted. Continue, cancel. Okay, hold on. Apply that. I haven't switched over yet. I'm just fiddling around with the stuff. Oh, there we go. Streamer mode. Mute licensed music. Okay. Apply. Yes. Perfect. It's annoying how the devs deliberately keep some systems crippled or not implement some systems that would make sense. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Do you mean sad thing with Parasite Eve? Did you mean Parasite Eve? Or did you actually mean Silent Hill was never commercially successful? Because Silent Hill was very commercially successful. Like, what are you talking about? No, it was commercially successful. It just they didn't make the fucking Call of Duty money. Oh my god, what the fuck? Let me switch over to this. So you can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's not a failure. Unless you're trying to judge it by Call of Duty standards, right? Wait. Oh, session name. Hold on. I just delete this entirely? Yeah, there we go. Delete session. Go away! Be gone! Okay. Alright, right. They always tried to do weird stuff with Silent Hill.
Separation from main transport complete. Group A delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion.
Yeah, it's because most publishers are greedy retards.
Attention pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the
Again,
Day
you can
program.
absolutely be successful
A Fixit pioneer
with those
has
numbers,
3 core
and you can
assignments.
be incredibly profitable and
Construct.
wealthy with those numbers.
All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and
But it's not good
instructions
enough
when
for
constructing any
idiots,
building.
right?
Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems.
It's the S that everyone knows.
Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, well Konami, of
Beginning
course.
arrow
Of course
assist.
Konami are stupid. It's Konami.
Drag within acceptable parameters.
They're infamous for making terrible decisions with everything they handle. Yeah, they definitely changed the tutorial video. I don't remember the S.
Accelerating. Deploying parachute.
That S is a cognito hazard.
Parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retropropulsion.
The S is a cognito hazard. It always will be.
Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable.
Well, it's a good thing we're acceptable.
Congratulations. You are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, ABB, in the binary system of Akicha.
Welcome to Massage 2. Ooh, that sounds
Loading
lovely.
objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding.
Okay.
First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to Fix-It procedure and equip the Fix-It Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
Okay.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod. Fix-It incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub.
Okay.
Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
What are you? Hey, I want to get a look at you. Bully the burb. Hey, Ryanus, welcome, welcome. Woo. Looked over at Chad, almost walked off the cliff. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I wanted these because it was a cluster of 3 iron right next to each other. Which, you know, I imagine is intentional.
Samples of new alien species acquired.
Okay.
Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Clean up the area. Girl nuts.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fix-It to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay, so.
Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near-future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fix-It does not pay by the kilometer.
Okay. Fucking weird ass animals. Yeah, I don't know how they got their legs so spindly. That just doesn't make any sense for an animal that big. Violating the laws of physics. Alright. Dehoob. I kind of want to get it out of the way of the lines. We want to be nearby, but not, you know, in the lines. I wish I could... The one thing I wish I could, like, get a better aerial view. Like, where we're going with this. Hold on. I think we're going to move everything out that way. So... put this here.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete
fair
hub
enough.
upgrade 1.
Maybe we should try Parasite Eve, because I've never finished any of the Parasite Eve games. So that could be an interesting, like, spooky game. Interesting spookum game. Okay, anyways. Please select the tier. Grade 1. Alright, so make 10 of these. Get the fuck away from me. You disturbing, horrific abomination. Neat.
Hub upgrade 1, storage and frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 2.
Yeah. Okay, so. Doing for hub upgrade 2. Okay. Has the smelter and everything. Alright. 20 of those, 10 plates. Toasty.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 3.
Okay. Right. Got the portable miner. Why didn't I? Am I crazy, or do I need the thing here? Or do we need to make it? Hold on, wait. We might actually have to make it. No, apparently not. Okay. Right. Well, let's start this one. I need to find some copper. That's okay. Gonna get some more stuff to throw in the generator. Well, we already have a Christmas movie. We always, again, for Christmas, we always watch Joy of Noel. Really, really good, really, really good Christmas movie. Okay. Nope. It's Joya Noel. So here's my question. Where is our portable miner? Oh, maybe it's in the equipment workshop? Okay. 6 iron plates, 4 iron rods. Got it. Alright. No, apparently we have it unlocked. It's just we need to actually manufacture it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Right. What's that? We need more plates, huh? Okay. Okay. Ta-da. We'll get these replaced with some actual stuff later. Now we'll let the miners work. Okay. Guess we can't do that yet. I hear noises. I hear noises. I'm gonna go investigate. Hello there. Slurp.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
So the slugs are electric. Nice. How about that? I vaguely remember that in the early access remember that in the early access, but I swear I remember them being yellow, not blue. Maybe that's maybe some are yellow. Oh, so likely what they did was they added a bunch of new ones in. Okay. Fair enough. What do I need to do? We do need copper. Oh. That's tragic. There's copper all the way out there. I'm going to take you off of this, and we're going to put you on copper duty. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, well. Oh, shit. Okay. Get fucked, asshole. Plenty. Okay. Alright, back to base. Let's take all their stuff from these guys. Get them back to work. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So one thing I need to figure out on the model is, apparently it's changing the, whenever I blink, it changes the light values, which is incredibly fucking weird. But you can only see it in the extremes. I'm very curious what's changing on there. I might have to try to adjust something, like maybe neutralize it. That'll be okay. Well, here it's apparently brighter, so have to keep that in mind. Okay.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fix-It's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero-waste policy. We understand that Fix-It pioneers are only human, and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4.
And not drinking water. Nice. Character customization. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I kind of like that for a more industrial look. Yeah, I like that for an industrial look. Alright. Nice. Remember, the character model is female. You put your head on a lady body on the thumbnail. Yeah, I'm aware, but I don't think you can change at all. Pretty sure you're always female in this. Like, I legitimately don't think there's any way to change. So, you know, it is what it is. Drinking. So where are we going to get our drinking water from? You think that'd be the one that'd be hooked up with all the powerful filters and everything? Apparently not. Alright. Got constructor. Again, we just gotta wait until we get the thing we need. Alright, cable. Concrete. Oh joy. That's why you'd think if they, one thing would have filters and everything like that on the end, you could boil your water. Well, I guess let's get started, shall we? Well, oh, we need wiring. Jesus. Ah. One would assume there'd have to be some kind of, like, blast furnace or something in this. Right? But I am kind of annoyed that we don't have a working drill yet. I mean, we have these portable miners, right? But I'm annoyed that we don't have an actual working drill yet. Because I want to actually lay out the base properly. And I know the drills will snap to the very center of the things. That's why I kind of wish I had them now. Or at least could put a blueprint of them down. Oh. I see yellow. Yeah. That's what I like about Factorio as well. You don't have as much downtime at the beginning of Factorio. Your engineer immediately knows, like, alright, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get drills up right away. Because I ain't going to hand mine this whole thing. Okay. Oh, those maybe pipes. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Or rods. Yeah. Okay. That should be correct for that one. I hope. Okay. We need reinforced plate and cables. Okay. 8 cables. Wait, it said reinforced plate, right? Fuck. Yep, 2 reinforced plates. Fucking me. Okay. So. Iron plate and screws. 12 screws. Okay. Okay. Other thing, we do actually want to have a bit of space between, and the reason for that is if I want to do a splitter or something as an offshoot. Assuming we can get splitters. I guess I shouldn't assume that. Oh, we only get conveyor belts here. Oh, boy. Alright, well. Shit. Okay. I need to put a power thing down. we're missing a screw, look like. Okay. Oh no, concrete. We're missing concrete. Fuck, okay, how do we make concrete? What are you? Limestone. Oh. Yes, there's limestone. Right? Yeah, right beside us. Nice. Perfect. Well, that's fucking stupid. Yeah. Smash the rock. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Hey, Threadnought, good to see you. Okay. We're gonna have you just make fucking plates. I didn't even know there were spiders in this. Yeah. Well, apparently it's the sloop S. Again, that every single boy in the world knows. Except maybe in undeveloped countries, right? That's why I think it's. That's why I said it wouldn't have surprised me if it was a CIA psyop. Like modern art. So, that was one of the fascinating things about how scuffed the mentality of the CIA has always been, right? So, you look at modern art. Modern art is dog shit. Like, it's genuinely terrible. There's nothing of quality or substance to be found in modern art. However, it was art created for the sake of being art. Like, there was nothing else further to it. Right? All the stuff like the old Dutch masters and everything like that are obviously going to be better than it forever. Like, modern art will never reach that height, ever. But the reason the CIA started intentionally manipulating things and making modern art more profitable and, like, creating all these magazines. By the way, most of those art magazines are owned by the CIA, if you didn't know that. But the reason they did it was because it was a direct insult to the Soviet Union. Because the Soviet Union could never conceive of something called modern art. They could never conceive of that thing. Art always had to have a purpose. But here, this was art in its most raw, primal form, art just made to be art. which is incredibly pretentious. Absolutely. I agree with you, Sir Reginald. It's incredibly fucking pretentious. But the CIA genuinely thought, well, this is a way to bring down the Soviet Union. Which is why they did it. Oh, not enough space in inventory. Fuck. Shit. Here, we'll put you in there, too. Okay. And you. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, again, that's just cope. Modern art is always dog shit, and it will always be dog shit. Yeah, might as well do this, convert this over. The box you stand on arrives on Friday? Wow. How fucking rude. Yeah, I think I know what's causing the lighting change. I think it's the... Yeah, it's when both of them. If I blink with both, it... Like, if I blink normally, I should say. Because I have wink support. So if I blink with both, it causes the lighting change, and I think I know what causes that. So I'll probably go in to Unity and fix that and export the model again. For what video? A history video. No. Put in the history channel. There's a history channel specifically for historical videos. Anyways. So yeah, most normal people, the vast majority of people around the world, they see modern art and they realize it's shit. Right? They know it's just pretentious garbage. There's nothing of value or substance there. So, in order to prop up the modern art institutes, the CIA bought up a bunch of the art magazines and companies, and they started heavily promoting it. And then they would create auctions with federal plants within the modern art sphere, because again, modern art isn't difficult to create. So they would have federal agents that would create modern arts, or they would be patrons for modern artists, which I use the term loosely on artists, but they would be patrons for them so that they would create dog shit. Then they would set up these auctions, and people outside that were outside of the modern art sphere, that weren't pretentious and up their own ass, would see these art pieces going for millions of dollars, which is unheard of. And yeah, that is how the CIA started building up the entire art industry, the modern art industry. Of course, the whole thing falls on its face and collapses the moment now that it's not needed anymore. It's basically only carried forward through sheer momentum. It can't sustain itself. It's why, so whenever you see like some rich, snooty piece of shit buying a modern art piece, you can get a nice little chuckle out of it, because you know that that modern art piece is inherently worthless. It's why it's so funny that so many modern art pieces end up in the garbage cans. I'd like to think it's because people realize how terrible they are, but a lot of times it's on accident. Because modern art is that pathetic and worthless that people can't even tell that it's supposed to be art. I want Baroque art style to come back. I want Gothic to come back. That shit is, shit's real pretty. I also don't mind brutalism as much. So, I know, it's all in the way it's utilized, right? Like, the video game Control shows what brutalism can actually look like, and how brutalism in and of itself, if used properly, can look really appealing. But it's also fitting for what you're going for in that world. Like, brutalism doesn't work for housing and stuff. It just looks terrible. That's where you get those Soviet block houses. Okay. Slap all this in. Okay. 20 of these. Gothic architecture looks really good too. I agree. But again, like I said, the game Control really showcases that brutalism can actually look quite appealing. But you also got to remember what the game Control is. It's the Federal Bureau of Control, for God's sakes. It's a federal building designed to be as utilitarian and inhospitable as possible.
Hub upgrade
Which is part of why it
4,
works.
landing platform and utilities completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 5.
There we go, we finally get the mining upgrade. Okay. One house art style I don't know why I hate is the classical German housing. I hope that never comes back. Wait, you don't like the Wattle and Daub housing? Wattle and Daub? Wattle and... Yeah, I think that's right. It's the WD housing. I mean, you understand how they make it. You might be grossed out at first. There's poop in your walls. There's poop in your walls. It's poop? Yeah, exactly, Threadnought. Like I said, if that's the point of what you're going for in that environment, then fine. That's why you shouldn't use it for, like, housing and stuff. But a prison? Sure. Even a bunker or something like that. Yeah, it's fine. It fits. Though, I'm not gonna lie. Wouldn't it be really fucking cool to see a Gothic architecture style bunker? Like, holy shit. Gothic kindergarten. That'd be pretty fucking neat. Really? I was one short. Bleh. Oh. Okay. There you go. Perfect. All right. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's usually because those art styles are influenced by each other, right? Oh. Again, there's just so much fucking downtime here in Satisfactory. Good God. I want to make a factory, damn it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. I would love a Gothic style bunker. It'd be really fucking cool. Blah, 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 blah. Well, this next upgrade should finally give us mining and storage, so... Hooray. Just hate how much downtime there is. This is part of the reason why I never got into Satisfactory. Was this is just annoyingly tedious. Instead of getting to the most interesting part, which is building the factory.
Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective: complete Hub Upgrade 6.
What are we missing? Hold on a second. Oh, concrete. Okay. Alright, more concrete. But there we go. It looks like it is lined up properly. So that's all I really care about, is that it's going to be lined up properly. Yeah. I remember not liking the trains in Satisfactory. But I can't remember why. I mean, eventually we'll experience them again. So. So much downtime. Keep going. Keep going. Thank you. Alright. Fuck. Alright, hold on. We need 6 more. Okay. Oh, shit. I don't know why I turned and looked at the thing. That was weird of me. Okay, so first one here. Oh no. Did I get it right, or is it actually off kilter? It looks like it might be slightly off kilter. Oh, it's slightly off. Fuck. Let me tell you about hate. Let me tell you how much I hate you at this very moment. And this is one of my other big reasons why I get annoyed with this game. Because they take so long for you to unlock the drilling platform. And you don't know if it's going to be lined up until much later. Alright, now that Daniel also informed me that they don't have splitters, which is fucking stupid. We'll put that there. Oh, shit. Smooth. Actually, maybe I should, I need more concrete. Just have to make another one. Or actually to make, yeah, fuck, we're gonna need to make 2 more. That's fine. They do have splitters now? I thought Daniel said that they weren't going to do splitters and things like that. So maybe that's changed. Which is a good thing. That's okay, we'll make this a dedicated line then. And I'll make these other 2 the ones that are capable of splitting. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Kirsch on that one. Absolutely disgusting what people do with their stuff. Like, I'm all fine for certain styles of, like, what's known as is called resto modding in the car world. I'm fine with that to an extent. But again, you have to know where to draw the line. Shit, I need my fucking stuff. Oh, max consumption's high. Okay. Alright, we gotta do both. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I didn't want to have to do this. Yeah, so the essential thing of Resto Mod is that you want it to look like it's the old car, right? You want it to look like, as much as possible, that it is the old vehicle, back in its prime, back in its pristine condition. Oh, I'm missing rods. Fuck. I mean, that makes sense at least. Okay, cool. But what you're doing with Resto Mods is that you are, get rid of that. Okay. Oh, wait, this hasn't been reset. I forgot. I forgot that these need to be reset once you place them down again. That was my bad. Okay, and I remember an old trick to get these things to turn. I'm going to do something like this. And then... okay, we go. Now we're at a perfect one. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was about to ask, like, what the fuck was that? Really? Okay, hold on. That way. That way. Good. It's almost, I need to spread it a little bit more. I need to spread it to the side and this way slightly more. No, it's still not angling right. Damn it. Oh, I'm trying to remember the old trick on how to get it to look nicer. Sad. It's okay, we'll figure it out eventually. Meantime, I gotta get more of this. Let's get up to 15 so we can make 5 things of concrete. Okay. But yeah, anyways, the whole thing with Resto Mods is you make it look as original as possible, inside and outside. But it has a modern engine. It has air conditioning. It has power windows, power steering. You know what I mean? It has all these modern conveniences, but it looks like the original. It looks like the original on the inside. It looks like the original on the outside. The only way you would know it's a difference is like you get in it and you see you get inside of the vehicle and you see that there's an air conditioning button now, and it has air conditioning vents. You get inside the vehicle and you see that the seats can be adjusted with a power system. You see that there's power windows, right? That's what Resto Mod is at its most pure. You're giving yourself modern quality of life, but keeping as much as possible the original look and function. Which is how you should honestly treat old style houses as well. You try to keep it at looking as much as possible as the original on the outside and the inside, but give yourself some more convenience, like modern appliances, modern wiring, right? Give yourself a HVAC system. Again, there are creative ways, if you're just willing to think outside the box, there are creative ways to maintain all of this properly. It's funny how far down I look when I'm looking straight ahead. I have to change that. Maybe if I reset the position here. But oh, again, these are a little like things we're solving later. Yeah, it just looks so not good. It's gonna bug me. It's just gonna bug me. Alright, anyways, I need to get this set up now. Okay. Let's see why I'm doing that in here in a second. Yep, cool, I got that set up right. Alright, need one of our miners. I'm gonna go pick it up. The last thing I want to do is have to be constantly making concrete. There, you son of a bitch. Oh. Okay. That shoots it way over here. Let me hold that position for now. Okay, I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'm testing to see if this is lined up properly with the rest of the base. And it is. Okay, perfect. So the miner is in a good position. That's why I came from here and specifically had this at an angle that I wanted it at. And that is so we could see if this miner was properly aligned so that it'd be straight on in the base. Okay, we need rods. Got it. So much downtime. Well, honestly, I feel like Factorio is the superior game, right? There's just so much of this needless tedium work when you're trying to get to the satisfying factory. This is the kind of stuff that's annoying. Yeah, I want it to look more like I'm actually, like, looking over at the chat. So I know, alright. So I know when I do it, I need to reset face position perfectly here. And then when I look over, yeah, okay. Again, that's one thing I like about being able to do these tests. So, Satisfactory is obviously a game where I can have my model up and working properly. Yeah, you guys can't see it, but the model is in and it's working in the background. And it's working like it should. I'm just working out the quirks now. Before I do the big reveal on Friday. And man, I cannot wait. So I want to tell you guys the hurdles and obstacles, and maybe show you some of the folders of realizing how many iterations I had to make, and how many things I had to go through, and how much of the stuff I had to fix through various different things. Because it was a hell of a journey. And thank God, one of the things that I didn't have to do, that was fortunate enough for me, was one, I didn't have to do the AEIOU blend shapes. Thank God for that. But the other thing I didn't have to do was I didn't have to do that much rigging, which is an absolute godsend. I didn't have to sacrifice any Drakine, thankfully. None. So, total Drakine sacrificed, 0. Total Dracoran brain cell sacrificed. Bleh. I'm still trying to figure out some of the stuff, because one of the things is facial recognition on it. I want to use Waradu because it has facial and hand recognition built in, which is incredibly fucking nice. I might try... There's another program that can link into VC Face that gives you the hand recognition stuff. And I think it gives you ARKit style Visimi recognition. Because I have the stuff set up to do the eyebrows, but the eyebrows don't move. Because I don't know what VC Face calls them. Well, now I do, but I don't know how to set up a float for those eyebrows. Ugh. Have you tried to see what would happen if you tried to play your model like a SNES game, though? No, I deleted that. I just thought it was funny, because it happened while when we were preparing for the stream with Kree and Wolfie and them, and it's just like I was just telling Kree, like, my God, I couldn't believe that it actually. When I couldn't find it in VC Face, I was like, what happened? Where'd it go? I always save it in the same folder. Specifically so I could find it. And so I opened up that folder to find it, and it's like, this is a SNES 9X ROM. I was like, what? How in the fuck did a VSF avatar export turn into a SNES 9X ROM? Didn't make any sense to me. So I had to redo the export. And I can see some stuff that we're going to have to fix here, because I think the state is incorrect on the model here. So I'm going to set the state to neutral for the blinks and everything like that, because whenever I blink, it is changing the state of the model itself And I think that's because it was pre-programmed in with a different state in mind. So we're going to fix that. And hopefully once that's fixed, we're already in the home stretch, right? Right now we're just experimenting with stuff like that. Like, I changed the model from 60 FPS down to 45. And that has lifted a bit of the burden off of the system. So, like, I could play Darktide with the model at 60 FPS. I could play it. But it obviously looked off. Right? It looked sluggish. You could tell. But we changed, or I should say I changed. I didn't say anybody else worked on this project. But I changed it to 45, and it took a bit of the sluggishness off of the thing. So it was the strain between the two. Forever Winter was tested, and obviously Forever Winter is out. It's not going to work with the model, unfortunately. But to be fair to Forever Winter, it's an early access game with a small development team. We're going to see a lot of optimization passes and cycles for that game. A lot of them. So, give it time, right? It'll be there in time. But once Human works, Starship Troopers Extermination works, Satisfactory here works. So, I'm basically trying to narrow in on what the main culprits will be. And I think it might be GPU intensive games. Because I'm pretty sure VC Face is GPU specific. I think. Not 100% sure on that exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'll have to make sure. But that could let us know, like, hey, what do we need to change in settings for games to make sure we can get both working at a high quality? Because the ultimate goal, obviously, is the model at 60 and the game at 60, right? That's part of why I have OBS so lightweight. Like, OBS at 60 FPS right now is using only 2% CPU. And that is because I am using the capture card to do all of the processing and rendering, right? So it's a similar thing like that. I'm also going to upgrade the capture card at some point in the future. Right now funds are low, so I'm not going to really hammer into that yet. But eventually I want to get the upgraded EVGA X1 Pro instead. And that will replace the one I've got, which is the XR1 Pro, sorry. And that'll replace the XR Lite that I'm using right now. The XR Lite's fine, but it doesn't have as high quality of a pass-through, so it's not rendering as quickly as the XR Pro could for the same load, right? Because I don't stream, for anyone that knows, I don't stream at 1080p. We don't stream 720 either. We stream at 900. And that is specifically because 900 is that kind of sweet spot where you can have really good bitrate and still be viable on most platforms and almost everyone's internet connection. You can still have a really high bitrate, but not so high that it becomes prohibitive, and it still looks good. So that's always the kind of balancing act you have to make for streaming. You need, depending on what definition you're streaming at, you need a higher bitrate. So like if you're streaming at 720p 60, you don't need as high of a bitrate. If you're streaming at 1080p 60, you need a very high bitrate. Which again, that can be incredibly prohibitive depending on what you're going for, right? Yeah, I heard the factory shut down. We'll have to go harvest a bunch of more resources. Hooray! Okay. Perfect. Alright, let's go get resources. Surely there's going to be something at some point where we can just manufacture resources, right? Where we can manufacture biofuel. Surely. I think that's actually accurate, some nobody. I think Threadnought is actually a Drakine, and he's trying to project it onto me. He does not want to admit his subservience. Well, it is what you are, right? I mean, what are you? Are you a Saurian? Are you a Murloc? I didn't think Murlocs existed, but you know. Do we gotta speak in Murloc to you from now on? Oh my god. The weak fear the strong. More accurately, in Marax's philosophy, the weak fear the wicked, and the wicked fear the strong. And the strong can protect the weak, but it's what the strong wishes to do. They've earned that right. Through their strength, they can be as terrible as they want, or they can be as noble as they want. But there is a fine line, because the strong can turn into the wicked if they become truly awful. And that's when you start getting to the paranoia, the doubt, the fear that you're going to be overthrown because you're no longer strong. The strong don't have to worry about that, but the wicked do, which is why they wicked then start fearing the strength that is part of their fuck. I fucked this up. Alright. I'm a really pissed off looking dragon turtle that only communicates in bleats. So you're part goat? Okay. I'm not a gnoblin. I'm not a gnilf. I'm a gnome! And you've been gnomed! Okay. So, now that we know that this works... Okay, more rods. It's not about what you want to be, it's about what you are. Are you a slot or are you not? I don't know, Austin Uzentine makes it seem like you're an axolotl. Oh, damn it. Alright. We need to... fix this. I thought we were in line, but we weren't. Okay. Smelter. Now we're properly angled, right? And my OCD is going to drive me nuts. I can't have that thing flying in the air like that. Okay. Alright, hold on a second. Yeah, that's lined up properly. I'm going to put... I think this should be correct for angling this in properly. No, it's too steep. Fuck, it's gotta go forward. We gotta take it forward. Ugh. Let's try this. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright. Okay. Oh wait, that needs, whatchamacallit, right? Shit. I guess, this is a constructor job, not a, one thing. Okay. I'm doing alright, but I'm remembering why... I'm very much remembering why, Satisfactory wasn't as satisfying to me as, Factorio is. Ooh, sick bird. Yeah, sick bird, impressive. Alright, look right on. Oh yeah, we need fucking plates. I misread it as concrete. Alright, we need plates. Oh shit, nope, this way. Okay. Let's make sure we can actually configure this right. Alright, we can. Good. Got it. Alright. Powered. Okay. And now I need to build this. Okay. This is lined up properly. Again, we want space because I'm gonna need to do like, we're We're going to need to do conveyor belts all throughout this area, too. So we want to make sure there is space for us. Perfectly smooth. Hell yeah. Alright. I don't know. I don't know what Pagan's predilection for factory games is. Oh, excuse me. I guess his inclination would be more accurate, right? Like, does Pagan even like factory games? Yeah, remember on Friday we are going to do a hangout stream for the model reveal.
If consumed before authorized is compatible with the human digestive system by Fix-It, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay. No, Friday. Well, I assume that's what you're saying, Safe Llama. I assume it fucked you. He likes MLP, his autism is terminal. Well, you know, I'm not one to stand on a high horse. That's Pagan's job. Oh boy, all three of you can made fun of at the same time? Eh. Oh shit, there we go, shift click. Okay. Right. Now let's start work on the other one. So I need to work on our copper and bring it all the way down. I just realized how messy that's going to be. Okay, well, right. Do it there. No, I need to do it like over here. Cable. Cable, cable, cable. Okay. All right. And then we're going to bring this one over here. We got to take it all the way up to there. Oh! What did I see? Well, first and foremost, I'm going to go get that. I don't think it does. I don't believe it does. Again, the other thing I don't like about Satisfactory is I don't like how long it takes to get to, like, good optimization levels. Or good, like, automation levels would be more accurate, right? Like in Factorio, we already would have had our automation started and been working on our main bus. Here I'm still trying to get automation rolling. here or was it over there? I think it's over there where that gang is. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh, I missed! Damn it. Okay. Yeah, there you are. And slurp. Oh, there's another one right over there. Hell yeah. Hey, these are the big slugs. Slurp. There's some more iron right here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I enjoy hardcore stalker mods as well. It feels satisfying when you've built yourself up and earned it, right? Like one of my ideal games would be a stalker game, but it used a lot of the mechanics and systems from Escape from Tarkov. Not all of them, obviously, because then you have, like, I'm not talking about the fiddly shenaniganry bullshit stuff, right? But more of the, like, the realism stuff that's involved. Why? Well, I found an oddity in my model. If I put my hand on the back of my head, it closes my eyes for some reason. Very strange. Get out of here, you fucking abomination against all that's holy. Get! No. I will not leave Bean Boy alone. He violates all the laws of physics. Yeah, I'll see what happens when I change the basis for the blinks away from the blink into instead doing okay, we want our storage up, so yep. That'll be for later. Alright. And then beside it, I need to make storage. You know what I should do, actually? I'm looking at this. I need to move this over slightly. Shift it over. As part of that, shifting it over. That. Okay. Okay. Are we lined up properly here? We are lined up properly, okay. Yep, still lined up properly. Right, like here. Not so bad. Yeah, it's not great, but it's not so bad either. All right. Okay. Whee! Well, we're trying to, Rapar. Again, one of the things that annoys me in this game is that how tedious it is to actually get automation going. Okay. But yeah, the reason I did that was because I need to do this. Perfect. So that way this tunnel can go this way if it needs to. These tunnels can go to either side of this one. Perfect. This is going to be our copper storage here. Do I want to set up the thing yet? I'm trying to think, is there any reason to keep copper ingots? I mean, I guess it won't matter, right? I can put, we'll put the constructor here near the base. And then I'll put the other stuff miles away. No, I mean besides the wire. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the wire thing here, right? And put it up there. Or, sorry, the wire thing here and put it in there. Okay, so that is lined up properly. Got it? Oh, son of a bitch. Ran out of juice, didn't you? Yeah, I figured that means he was getting low too. Alright. Yeah, I'll do the copper ingots that far back. Just so, if I have to with a splitter, I'll be able to, you know, cut it off from the intake. Nice flat area. Oh, it's you. Okay. I figure out what that making that noise is like. Is there another thing nearby? It's like no, it's just a burb. Just a burb giving the word. Hey man, there's so much stuff to do. And again, it's not gonna be all of it's not gonna be done in time for Friday. But like, I've got to get the Drakine made so that you know, you guys can chat. So that's all got to get made. I've got to get all the emotes redone. So it'll be for here and on YouTube. Or it'll be on for Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. So all that stuff's got to be fixed and changed. That was close. Alright. Configure for that. Oh. No. You're going to be configured for, that. Shit. Okay. Right. How are we gonna do this? I'll definitely need to get a splitter at some point. But the good news is the copper wires should back up a little bit on this line. So put that there. Perfectly straight. Perfect. Okay. Oh, righty. Hell of a journey that all this stuff's going on. Okay. Now we gotta make another constructor. I need to put it in front of this. No, I didn't lay an egg. My mistress laid an egg. I didn't lay an egg. That's why it said father. Like, that's why it turned into the creepy, Father, I have seen things. I have seen beyond the veil. This very room is filled with horrible spirits. Because I had made reference on Stag that because there was that we were watching the or not Stag for Lethal Company. We were watching another one of Nuke's top 5 videos, right? And it was lame as usual, but there was one, and I had said Like, realistically speaking, if that was me and my hatchling, like, I would be more concerned if my hatchling started, like, saying weird shit to me in, like, perfect English. Instead of just doing the mama, 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 mama. Because that's one of the only words they know. But if they actually, in, like, perfect English, started telling me, like, Father, there are demons in this room, I think I'd freak out. Yeah, that would be a good one, too. Dracorn eggs take a long time to hatch. So it's 1 year that it's still inside the mother. And then they lay the egg. And then it's 2 years before it actually hatches. And you gotta take care of it that entire time. Oh boy, when I take a drink, if anything, the model freaks out. Drinking? There's no drinking in here. Oh, I hadn't realized I had that much on me. Jesus. Okay, yeah, never mind. We are going to be good to go for building things for a while. Okay. Let's go grab some concrete. Father, my eyes have pierced beyond the veil. There are demons in this very room. We are not alone. Okay. I'll angle it this way to here. We gotta get up here and we gotta take the conveyor belt all the way up. Oh, good Lord. Hey, you know, that doesn't look so bad. Oh, my goodness sakes. Okay. Okay, so up there. Alright, I see. Up here. Oh, Goodness sakes. Okay. And then we rotate it this way. No, absolutely not. Again, the greatest shame that any Dracoran can ever experience is if they abandon the child. Fuck. That's incorrect. We need to angle it more. That way. It's because of how long it takes, it's an unforgivable sin, right? Now, once the child grows up, and it can make its own decisions and everything, at that point they make really stupid decisions, yeah. But then again, that's all on them. They're the ones that made those decisions. It's not your responsibility to always coddle them forever. But when they're hatchlings, oh my god, don't, you never ever abandon a hatchling. Pick up. Okay. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, beautiful. Okay, now we just have to wire it all. That's actually one of the parts is when a Hagen. By the way, that's hog is for humans. Well, kind of. You can't really have hog. You can't really have human without hog in, because in is a state of being of like consciousness. But HAG instead of being hag is hog, which is in reference to man essentially. As you know, as human, the short form of human, man. But that actually lends some confusion in certain situations later, where they're like, you know, why are you calling us, you know, hags? And I was like, well, we're not. And it's a translation problem. It's unfortunately there's only so many letters in the alphabet problem. Oh fuck, I need more rods. Damn it. Rods, rods, rods. Yeah, there is a Hagen that's undergoing Drakargan, and Drakargan means dragon from being, right? It's what the generalized term for it is. when a dragon, or a Dracoran as they're actually known, is being created from a non-dragon species. Because most Dracoran don't realize that they are fertile enough to actually impregnate other species. And they will undergo horrific change depending on how far removed from the end product they will be. So it doesn't happen right away. It happens over time, but it is an incredibly painful and usually lethal process. But again, because most Dracoran don't realize it's happening, they don't know it exists. There are Dracoran that undergo Drakargan that are abandoned because, again, they don't know that they even have a child, which again is considered a great sin for Dracoran to abandon their children. Like, it is one of the unforgivable sins. It's one of the ultimate cases too of like oh, if you feel like you want to do it, go ahead, fuck around and find out, see what happens. No. Well, shit, we're gonna be a couple cables short, but that's okay. At least we're actually getting it started. The whole factory's about to shut down. I need biofuel. Because biofuel lasts so much longer. Yeah, that's basically it. Because again, think about what all has to change to go from a human being, a normal human, to change them into a dragon, into a Dracoran. Like, one of the first things that happens is you undergo the process of growing scales along the body. It's one of the first things that happens. And it is not a pleasant process to have skin be replaced with scale. Oh, thank God we can make biomass. Sheesh. Okay. It's not so bad. That's not so bad. We'll just have to do it ourselves. Because, man, doing all the rest of it is so fucking tedious and annoying. Having something that can automatically do biomass for us is very appreciated. Yep, and one of the viewpoint characters that you experience in the book, His Majesty the Dragon, is undergoing Drakargan, but he doesn't know that's what it is, because obviously it's super rare, but he doesn't know that's what's happening. He thinks he's just been cursed by the gods or whatever, which doesn't make sense logically, and that gets explained to him, but he has that moment of like, well then why is this happening to me? Why is this happening? Because he doesn't know any better. But he doesn't take care of it properly then, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't take care of his scales properly. He doesn't let them molt properly. He doesn't let them shed properly. So he's just using oils, ointments, tinctures, and he's keeping them wrapped in bandages. And he now wears clothing that conceals the right side of his body, so you can't see his arm, his right arm. Even though he is right-hand dominant, he started using his left hand for everything. But it's not all bad, right? He also gains a lot more strength. He's incredibly strong and resilient compared to other humans. That's small comfort, though, given how painful it is. Because since he's also not taking care of them, he starts gaining, scale blight and everything. Because he's not taking care of it. And what happens is, like, when it molts, the process molting, if you don't get rid of it, it can then dry out and harden back on. So he has, like, ridges and everything like that, and it looks, like, really bad. There's pus and everything. So he's, again, because he doesn't know how to take care of it. He doesn't know what to do with it. So he's basically just adding to his suffering. Luckily, he runs into people that know better in time. Because he was actually going to start undergoing the most horrific process.
Hydraulics completed. Freighter landing initialized.
Which is when you're...
You have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually.
That's fucking cheesy as shit.
Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
Anyways, the next process that he was going to start undergoing would be the elongation process. And as you can imagine, with bones getting longer, the face starting to split open, there's lots of potential for risk of infection and everything like that, because the skin starts splitting open and everything. It's gotta make room. And during this process, you'll also have organs that will begin changing and reconfiguring themselves to be the efficient organs that they need to be for a dragon to exist. Now, there are methodologies to survive this process more readily, which thankfully the viewpoint character will run into him, but he was starting to get near the process where he was going to undergo elongation. And you have the potential of surviving it on your own. But it's a very small potential, right? Very, very little chance of actually doing it on your own. Then essentially the way to do it is you need to stabilize the body first, right? You stabilize the body, and then you rapidly force the change quickly. And the first way to do that is to first rapidly force the organ change. Because you need to be there with healers and everything like that, people that know the anatomy very well, but you force through the change in a matter of days instead of taking months. Because when it's undergoing change over months, there's so much more that can go wrong. But if you do it speedy, quick, snappy. If something goes wrong, you can get to it quickly. You'll understand that something has gone wrong much faster, and you can get to the process of healing and fixing it. If it takes months, you have no idea if something's gone wrong until it hits a critical failure state. And then by that point, you'll have sepsis and necrosis kick in. And then once you have that all happen, that's when you can start the elongation process. And you can start manipulating the bones and everything. Oh, excuse me. Poofta. Yeah, so the viewpoint character for that process of Drakargan, he actually manages to find his father, his true father. And his father feels incredible shame because, again, the greatest sin and the greatest taboo of all of dragon kind is to abandon your child. But he had no idea that a Hagen could even conceive a child of his. So it was one of those, he didn't intentionally do it. He just did it on accident. But now that he's trying to reconcile that, he also, he doesn't know how to feel. Because it's that situation where he's missed so much of it already. Okay. So wood is 12 per minute, and this is 6.6 per minute. Thank God. Okay. Yeah, we just need to get biomass generation going like crazy. And this is the annoying part, is getting all this working properly, right? Okay, you're gonna do wire. Your cable, perfect, okay. Let me make sure our production is actually up to snuff. Alright, our capacity is 40 watts, so we're fine. We're well within capacity. Granted, these two haven't kicked in yet, but we're well within. We're gonna have to start building actual generators, though. Which will be annoying. This is part of what I mean, we're still not in the process of total automation yet, right? We're still working towards that goal. And we're 2.5 hours in. In Factorio, you've already got your automation started. And you're well within making all of your main bus and your hub lines and everything. You're also well within dealing with all the stoof. Ooh, pretty. What's that? Oh. Oh!
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Initial data suggests these are predators, but notably they do not have a traditional mouth or eyes.
Ow.
There are, however, numerous cavities on their head which could fulfill a similar function. Preserve the remains for later study.
Ow, is all I have to say about that. Alright, what are you? The summer sloop.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol, mathematically resembling a Mobius strip, has found its way into both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Store it for later use. Fun fact: The planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted called Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
Mass age? Ooh!
The fruit
Hello.
of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Store this potential resource for later use.
Piece of shit. Alright. Alright, anyways, yeah. Also, part of his journey will be understanding alongside Miraxis what it means to actually be a dragon, though. Because that's a big... for Miraxis, that's one of the most important responsibilities that he has in this world. Which is, he needs to figure out exactly what does it mean. What does it entail? Okay. Oh, hey, look, it's reached. Oh, shit. I forgot the smelter. It's fine, it's fine. We'll put the smelter in here. Yeah, I totally forgot the smelter. Okay, there we go. Perfect, alright. You know what? Just to, be easy on myself. Throw all that in there. And you can get started. Okay. And again, so when this backs up, because obviously that's going to create those faster than this thing can create cable, then we'll be good to go for the future. Alright, when can we start doing the research programs? That's what I need. I need research. There we go. New and exotic materials found on alien planets. So this is what we need. So I need 300 wire, 300 screws, and 100 plates. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll start the process here. Yeah, what ended up happening to the viewpoint character is he actually collapses, and nobody knows why, but he starts to collapse, and it was in front of Miraxis, who then realized that he had just witnessed basically a miracle himself, which was that there was a creature undergoing Drakargan right in front of him. Which is definitely a holy shit moment for him. Because it's so exceedingly rare. Getting them all, baby. Okay. Oh shit. There we go. You there. Now let's build a bunch of screws. Do some rods first. Yeah, take care of some nobody. There we go. We're well over 300. Yeah, so part of the process first is they stabilize him, and then Meraxis has the Drakine basically start taking care of all the scales and stuff across his body. Because by the time Meraxis found him, he was starting to have, one of his eyes had already started changing, and he was getting horrific headaches. But his he had scales starting to form. The like little pustules were starting to form on his face. His entire arm, his right hand was already basically changed up to most of his arm. His legs already had a bunch of scales on him, but again, he hadn't been taking care of them. So that was the first thing that Meraxis ordered, was the Drakine. Started doing the process of taking care of all those scales.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency in alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Okay. So 5 of the specials and 45 wire. Okay, that's fine. Start the process. We'll just build ourselves a shit ton of wire. And I need to make myself a shit ton of fucking screws. Alrighty. I was gonna say, was it 6 of these or was it 9 of these? I can't remember now. Fuck. Well, I'll try 6 first. It was 5. Okay, I was wrong on both counts. Okay. Oh, yeah, here comes the rocket back down. Okay. Now, take some of this stuff out, shall we? Let's do the slugs first, because I think they're the priority. Start research.
This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color.
Okay.
Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
Fair enough. Start research.
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
let the energies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
Similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
Right, and we're now just going to talk about what just happened.
The remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Okay.
The remains researched belong to an organism with 8 jointed legs, similar to the legs of arachnids but with non-standard distribution and function. Because its attacks focus on stabbing prey with the ends of their legs,
Rebar
which
gun.
resemble insectoid stingers, they have been dubbed stingers. Stinger remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Okay.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Okay. What about the nut? Please research my nuts.
This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner.
Sorry, chat.
Further research is available.
Oh, I'm a little short. Hold on. Let's go run into that tunnel right now. Actually, let's refill our generators real quick. 69, nice. Alright. Ooh, that thing might actually be keeping up with the production. Oh. Well, that's fine. Okay, can't take any of that. There we go. That's enough to do the research. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Alright, let's get out of here. Get away from my base, you creepy fucking thing. Get! Hang on. It's finally dead! Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. It's a gas bladder. Alright, well, that explains some things. Yeah, exactly.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay, put you back up, you up. What does hog protein do for us? Oh, hang on. How many do we need? Oh, okay. Never mind. We just need 5 of these. Okay. I can make 4. Right. That's fine. Alright. Make shit tons of biofuel. Perfect. For the factory must continue forever. It is the will of progress that the factory must continue. Production must never cease. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna keep up no matter what. Okay, I'd have to overclock this puppy. Right, okay, fair enough. Oh, that's okay. Oh. Oh, it's just scratchy. Okay, power shard. Oh, we just need power slugs, okay. Come here, you. Overclock production. Okay.
Overclocking development completed.
50
Power
of
shards
those,
can now be
23,
inserted into all
okay.
buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
That's fine. I'm only going to do it to the one. Because I want to get wires. There we go. See? That's what I want. Now this will start backing up. Which again, is what I want. I do actually want it to back up with the number of wires that's going to get. Slowly, but surely. In fact, I could... I blew the fuse. Nice. Do 60%. Whoopsie. We blew a fuse. Yeah, I don't mind this thing taking a while, because we're not going to need as, you know, I mean, we're going to have a fuck ton of cable as is. So I'd much rather this start backing up with wires. So, hence, I want it to take longer. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Rapar. Okay. Anyways, we needed more bars, more copper wires. Got it. And I needed more screws, I saw. While we wait for all the automation to kick in. Automation. You'll get caught up in the automation. Right, now there's an old game. Imagine the novelty, if you will. The novelty of playing a game knowing that the game is going to give you an electric zap. Yes, fill faster. Okay. Well, that's not a good sign. That was a very bad sign indeed. You know what we'll do? Hold on. I didn't need to go that far. I'll just siphon off a bunch of the resources here. Because it's backed up so far anyways. why I was looking all over there, but, you know, I was, for some reason. Oh. Oh, my ear is so itchy. Oh, just so itchy. Oh. Alright, wire time. I can tell you guys, though, I'm really looking forward to getting to the other books. Once I finish out all of His Majesty the Dragon, I'm very much looking forward to getting to the other books. So, the other books, we have the one about the trains. That one is going to be a very fun one to do. Probably it's going to be a lot more grounded, you know, air quotes, grounded, given what the subject matter is. But it's going to be a lot more focused because it's specifically about the trains themselves. And following one of the trains. Whereas stuff like His Majesty the Dragon is all over the place because it deals with setting up a shit ton of different things in this world.
To sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
I mean, if you say so. Doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, so we have the train one coming. We have the one where Severus actually set up the world to be like a video game. So all the people in it know it as well, so they all have interfaces and things like that. Again, that one's not an isekai. Nobody comes to that world. That's just how the world always is, and it deals with the consequences of what happens when things are like that. What would your society become like that? And the levels of arrogance that specific members of society would naturally fall into just by being like, oh, I'm this prestige class, so on and so forth, right? And then the other one, the fourth one, ooh, I have quartz.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
But anyways, so that is the third book, and then the fourth book, kind of, not even so much that, but like, blacksmiths are literally like the blacksmith class, right? Carpenters are the carpenter class, tailors are the tailor class. And you don't specifically start in those classes, but people that are going to become a blacksmith, they will have stuff that will obviously be associated around being a blacksmith. And that's what kind of just leads them into it, right?
Unknown chemical element
But
collected.
the main
This
character in
non-metallic
that
and
book,
multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate fix-it helmets are of such high quality. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
yeah. But like the main character in that, he comes from a family that has the dragon tag and almost all of their stuff. So his mother is a dragon sorceress. His father is a dragon scholar. Now, that's not as prestigious as people think it would be, because in this world, or at least here, as far as they know, there are no dragons that exist in this world. But it's one of those things of like, so it's just kind of like, what's the way to put it? It's like a prefix. It just kind of exists. So there's nothing special that's paid attention to it. Oh. Bastard.
Your waves lap at our shores. When will you land?
Samples of unknown alien species acquired.
Ooh.
Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures. The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
Yeah. So the main character in in that book, he starts off with he's gone through like all this rigorous training, everything like that. They basically know that he's going to have some kind of dragon prefix, but they don't know what it is. But he gets what a lot of people look down upon, which he gets dragon monk. And everyone is just like, oh, well, that's how fucking unfortunate for you. Because monks aren't really held in high regard, because a lot of people just see him as one of the useless classes. Lots of just meditation, lots of self-reflection. They don't see it as a lot of practical usage when you have other classes that can do so much more, right? Okay, alien megafauna, spitters. Start research. Okay.
The remains researched belong to an organism that tends to nest near objects emitting specific types of resonance. Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and spit plasma across long distances. Spitter remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Mercer sphere.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific.
Witness our scripture. Witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence
Sing
of
us a
intelligent
song
alien
of the
life.
better
While
times.
Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Excuse me. But anyways, the fourth book. Oh, wait. I just realized what I did.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Explosives. Anyways. The fourth book is going to be kind of like a detective-y noir sort of book. And it is one where like Meraxis is already established, Cortisoth is already established. There's multiple of the Pantheon already there. And it follows a viewpoint character of a detective who kind of like he has a very hard stance about crime and everything. And this entire point of this book is to challenge specific stances on what is criminal and what isn't. Like what should be more classified and regulated towards vigilantism or towards Good Samaritanism. In this, his personal rival in this is a dragon who runs the underground gambling and casinos of the city that he gets sent to. But the part of that is, again, it's totally illegal, and they're fleecing people for money and everything because the dragon wants to increase his hoard. But this city doesn't have problems with drugs. It doesn't have problems with gangs. It doesn't have problems with prostitution or anything like that. Like, all that stuff is kept out of it because that's what the dragon wants. He doesn't want any of that nonsense in it. He doesn't want kidnappers. He doesn't want murderers. He doesn't want drug dealers. He doesn't want other gangs or anything. So, the city, in a weird roundabout sense, is a lot safer because of what he's doing. Again, he's a criminal, by far. And part of the detective will challenge him on how can you be a criminal while being an ardent follower of Meraxis. And part of that is, like, the dragon's like, well, Meraxis doesn't care about that. Meraxis doesn't care about criminality of the thing. What he cares about is if you're being true to what a dragon is supposed to be.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
Okay, we just need a bunch more quartz. Okay. I am very curious on what that node will unlock. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I tried to get to the mute button on that one. I chuffed up that. Yeah. Oh, I'm basically talking about what the fourth book was going to be, Sir Reginald. That is one of the actual themes of the third book, Eldritch Dragoon. That because of the nature of everything that's gone on, because of the nature of how the world works, it has led to unintended consequences, right? Well, not unintended because, again, it's the entire world. There is no morality against it. But it's why people with the dragon prefix tend to all gather together. Most people don't know what it is, and they see it as a useless prefix, but they all start gathering together, so it becomes one of those, like, faux pas if somebody who doesn't have that prefix is dating somebody with that prefix. Yeah, basically. It's more defined as classism, only direct, like, not, like, literal classism. But that is also another world where where Meraxes exists in that world too. That's why I want to get His Majesty the Dragon done first, because Meraxes branches out into so many of the other multiverse stuff. Same thing with Cordysoth and everything too, but you know, Meraxes is a pretty good springboard, because he's kind of going to be associated as like the neutral good deity, right? It's not accurate, mind you, but that's what he'll get associated as. Because he's much more pragmatic in that. Everybody gets it. That's the thing in that setting, is that the entire world is that way, and everybody gets it. There is no, like, there's no difference between, there's no, like, only certain people get an interface. No, everybody has the interface. Which is part of why their society functions so radically different compared to everything else. Because if everybody's got an interface, if everybody can see all their stats and everything like that, you could see in real time, like, problems, faults, buffs, benefits, boons, banes, anything you have, right? So, things like medicine, things like physical fitness, everything like that, all of that is radically different. Basically, only the most craven become obese in that world, because you can directly see the harm that it causes you. And honestly, that's part of Severus's experiment about why he gave that particular universe that capability. Remember, all of this stuff is essentially Severus trying to sate his own curiosity. And remember, this is the curiosity of a being that is completely alien to anything else, because it doesn't... Severus doesn't have the concept of what love is, right? He doesn't have the concept of compassion, mercy. Like, he understands them. Like, logically, he can logic together what they're supposed to be, but he doesn't experience them. He physically can't experience them. It's limited to how long they can live. So, the more of the elderly, if they keep up with their trainings and practices, they'll just get stronger and stronger. That's why, in that world, the elders are the elites of society. In that setting, right? Because the longer you're alive, the longer you've had to train, the longer you've had to get even stronger and more powerful. So in that setting, the king isn't like just a figurehead. No, the king is genuinely like a superhuman in what you would associate with other realities. Right? The old wizened king is someone to be most feared. It's the same thing with like the old blacksmith, right? The old blacksmith, like, even though he's only a what people would consider a crafting profession, the old blacksmith is a legendary mythical figure. If they've been keeping up with their trade the entire time, they're somebody that's going to produce like god tier weaponry and everything, right? They're going to produce those incredible mythical weapons and items. That is one of the benefits of the people that have the dragon prefix, though, is that they can actually live longer than most people. Not all. There are others that can live longer, but that's because they haven't tapped into their potential. When they start tapping into their potential, shit gets wild. Yeah. So it's basically taking an old saying to the extreme, right? So there's an old truthism slash idiom, which is beware the elderly in a profession where the young damn it. Beware the elderly in a profession where the young die. So basically, beware the old man in a profession where young men die. Because it obviously means they have earned their place, they know what they're fucking doing, they're incredibly confident at what they're doing. And it's taking that idea and cranking it up even higher. Where now they actually have physical and true benefits to it. It's not just veterancy, it's not just competency. They don't just understand that better. No, they are better. And that is a terrifying prospect to have to deal with. Alright, anyways. We are a bit over time. I'll talk more about those in there. The one I think that one's going to be the most kind of fun to write. Because it's also going to take on this whole thing of the main character is not going to take to being a monk the traditional way. Like, he's not just going to sit in a monastery. He's going to learn martial arts, but not in, just for self-defense and self-reflection. No, he's going to take monk into an entirely different direction. And he's not going to... He decides that because life has dealt him this hand, he is going to, instead of just taking that hand and accepting it, he's going to try to shape and mold that hand into what he actually wants it to be. Which is part of what makes him a main character, right? It's one thing in writing, a lot of problems that people have in writing is they either go too far with the main character stuff, or they don't go far enough and you're left wondering, why don't we follow this guy instead, right? Why are we following this young snotty-nosed brat, and why aren't we following the hard-boiled detective instead? Yeah. So he's going to learn a style of fighting that Meraxis actually pioneered. Because Meraxis actually has a style of off-balance fighting. And he did it specifically because it was awkward to fight against him when he was using it. So that's part of, Oh, fuck. Sorry. I have a big cramp. Please hold. Ow. Oh, my goodness sakes. Okay, fine. I'll chug more water. Good God. Oh, God. Good. It's going all right. I'm still annoyed that we're not in total automation yet. But, it is what it is. It's a different game. Yeah, so he will actually start practicing a style that Meraxis himself came up with, which is an off-balance fighting style. Because the way Meraxis viewed it was pragmatically. In a fight, things aren't always going to go your way. So you need to be able to be flexible. You need to be able to shift immediately on a moment's notice. Which, again, made Meraxis incredibly difficult to fight against. Oh, damn it. Okay, game was saved. I guess I can exit the desktop, doesn't matter. Yeah, it made him incredibly difficult to fight against because it was, it gets jokingly referred to as the Drunken Dragon style. Even though that's not what it is. It doesn't have to be that. It's just mimicking you're showing a weakness because you want the enemy to try to exploit the weakness. You're trying to shift things into your favor. right? If you look kind of weak and off balance, like as if, you're about to topple over, the enemy might try to push you over. You want them to invade that space. When they try to push you, you have counters to that push. So it's ways to manipulate somebody into doing what you want in the middle of a fight as much as you can. Obviously, too, by being more limber, by being more loose, you're able to take hits better. It's that same thing where, like, if you've ever noticed in the real world, when somebody braces for an impact, they get hurt way worse. When a drunkard gets hit, it's like they're immune. Not just because they're ignoring the damage that they take, right? But it's because they're, like, fluid. They're just taking the hits. They're just standing there like, blah, blah. So they're not presenting resistance to it. They're basically absorbing, they're shock absorbing the impact instead. Anyways, switch over to the thing. Woofda. In that system of leveling, are more people willing to depraved acts to attain a longer life or ageless immortality, as opposed to the same world where they are not given that same amount of info? No, immortality is not achievable in the traditional sense. Cordysoth makes sure that that's the case. Cordysoth will not tolerate immortality existing. Because so many people want to abuse immortality, they don't understand the horror that immortality actually is. Cordysoth understands what the horror of immortality is, and so he will not suffer any fool that tries to achieve it. Like, he will not suffer them to live. No, they don't know that. So there are people that will try for it. They will try for it, and then they will be severely punished by Cordysoth. Though they won't know it's Cordysoth that does it. But he will do horrific things to them. That's his berserker button. That's what brings out his divine rage, like, faster than anything. That's his trigger, basically. Right? It's the same thing as, what eventually ends up happening is that Meraxus realizes that what Meraxus and Cordysoth actually are, and what some of the other gods actually are, the gods that have truly ascended beyond their universe and are now multiversal, they are not in and of themselves. What Meraxus and Cordysoth actually are basically aspects of Severus, where Severus is trying to explore what he himself actually is. Meraxus will have a capability that Cordysoth doesn't have. Cordysoth is immortality, which is what Severus has, right? Meraxus' capability that he has is something that Severus shares, right? And that's what eventually leads him into understanding that what Meraxus and Cordysoth are like aspects. They have filled a role of Severus himself. And it's kind of a way for Severus to explore that identity, those aspects of himself. Because again, he's become curious. He can't experience, like, wrath in the same way. He can't experience hatred in the same way. He can't experience love and joy in the same way. It's why he does such weird things, right? He has moments where, and Cordysoth will even mention this to Meraxus, like, they don't understand anything about Severus, really. They don't understand him truly. They don't understand how his mind works. Like, there'll be days where he'll show up and he'll suddenly wipe out thousands of universes. Just because. And nobody knows why he does it. He doesn't say anything, he just wipes out 1,000 universes. And everyone's just like, okay, well, why did he do that? Nobody knows. And then he'll have days where he'll start wiping out the universes, but then he'll shift and he'll make sure he doesn't hit this universe, and he spares that universe and that universe. And again, nobody knows why. Why are you sparing those universes, but you're wiping out these other, like, 800 universes? And then sometimes he'll show up and he'll just destroy a specific universe. He'll just show up and he'll just pop this one, and then he'll leave. And again, nobody can figure out what the hell he's doing. In spite of some of these gods that have ascended to multiversal status, some of these gods have been there for hundreds of thousands of years, and they still can't figure out what the hell he's doing or why he does what he does. So it's Meraxus who first figures out that Meraxus and Cortisoth are both like aspects of Severus himself. Right? It seems like, for whatever reason, they, not through like direct causal action, like Severus didn't specifically pick like this person here, this being, this insignificant thing in this universe that's insignificant compared to all the other universes. This one will be my aspect of immortality. This one will be my aspect of, I'm leaving that blank because I don't want you to know what it is yet. You know, he didn't do that just because. They just happened to fulfill the capabilities to become that role. And so now they are filling that role. Cortisoth gets a bit annoyed about it because, again, he hates being immortal. And Severus, he has no concept of like why immortality is a bad thing, right? He has no concept of it because he doesn't experience love, he doesn't experience hatred, he doesn't experience these other weird things. He has wrath, but he has wrath in the logical, like, cold sense. Right? It's more calculating. He hates anybody that goes for ultimate knowledge, but he doesn't know, like, what hate actually is. He understands it logically. He understands why he experiences it. He understands what his berserker button is. But it's Cortisoth, because Cortisoth does know what love is, does know what hate is. He can experience those emotions. He can actually feel those things. He understands those things. Like they're a core part of his being. He understands how awful immortality actually is. It's that old saying of like, again, it's kind of cheesy because it's a Queen song as well, but, you know, who wants to live forever anyways? Forever is a long time, and Cortisoth knows that very well. Cortisoth has lost so much, and he knows he will forever lose more things. There is nothing, even the other gods around him, will not last as long as Cortisoth will. At the end, all he will have left, at the very end of the universe, at the very end of all universes, at the end of everything, all that will be left is Cortisoth and Severus. That's it. And Severus, he can't experience that loss. He doesn't understand that loss. Cortisoth does. Cortisoth understands every single aspect of what that means. The actual true terror, the existential terror of what that actually entails. Yeah, basically. And again, you don't have to become an aspect of him to ascend to multiversal status. Like, most of the multiversal gods aren't. It's only Meraxus figures out that really only Cortisoth and Meraxus himself fulfill a criteria of it. Which is also why Severus interacts with them more than he does the others. Because they've gotten his attention. Oh, that gets answered in His Majesty the Dragon. What happens when a god dies? Terrible, terrible things happen when a god dies. Remember, one of the battles in the book is the Battle of the Gods Fall. Or it's just oftentimes shortened to the Gods Fall. That was when 2 gods get killed by Meraxus himself. That's when the sky begins to bleed, the divine host falls from the heavens, splattering along the ground. Anybody that believed, and truly believed, in those deities, like the high priest and everything like that, they suffer the same fate as their god in horrific fashion. All of those souls that were originally safeguarded by those gods in their afterlives become totally fucking devastated. It is a truly terrible thing when it happens. You can't be an aspect of Severus as a mortal. It's not possible. Because of what Severus is. You have to at least attain godhood. And part of that, you have to attain multiversal godhood. You can't just be a god of a world. And again, remember, that's how a lot of gods get broken. is that they have always existed as a god, and then they look up. It's that whole thing of like you always think you're above everything until you look up and see something else above you. And that's what what happens to a lot of these gods. A lot of these gods go mad because they've always looked down on their worlds, and then they look up and they see there's something way bigger than them looking back down at them. Oh, the dead god is totally shattered. When a god dies, it is a truly horrific thing. The god's soul doesn't like depart. It doesn't go to an afterlife. It doesn't go anywhere. It gets totally devastated and destroyed. That's part of a god's death. And it isn't that it blinks out. It is a violent thing. It is a violent process. Anyways, we've gone on long enough. We'll talk about this more on Friday when we do the model reveal, because then what'll be good, and I've been watching the model as well. The model is animating incredibly well, so we will do that on Friday. Again, we'll talk about all this stuff on Friday. In the meantime, though, chat, hopefully you guys take care. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe and healthy. Get fit, get ripped. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to be playing. We might do some more experimentation games just to see like what can be actually played with the model up. So we'll see there. In the meantime, though, hopefully you guys have a good one. And I am going to rush to the bathroom because I'm getting more cramps. Yeah. Bye-bye for now.